All right, folks. So in this homework problem, we're given that f of x is equal to 1 over x, g of x is equal to square root of x, and we want to find the domain and range of the composed function f of g of x. So let's begin by taking a look at our individual function pieces. For the function 1 over x, well, what are the problematic input values here? It's going to be x equals 0, because that's going to make our denominator 0. So for 1 over x, our domain is equal to minus infinity to 0, union 0 to infinity. Now, what about the range of 1 over x? Well, if we look for the possible output values that 1 over x can take on, evaluating f of x at the value x would give us 1 over x. And what possible output value c could we obtain? Well, tracing back to the corresponding input, reciprocating these values, the input that would give us an output of c is x equals 1 over c. So what are the problematic values of c here? Well, if c is equal to 0, because once again, that's going to make the denominator 0, which we don't want to happen. So then our range is going to be given by minus infinity to 0, union 0 to infinity for the function f of x equals 1 over x. Now, what about square root of x? Well, remember that for square root, the values of x that we input into square root have to be greater than or equal to 0. So, x greater than or equal to 0 as an interval, that's written as close bracket 0, and then up to infinity with an open parenthesis. Now, the convention for the square root function is that it returns the positive square root. So the range of square root of x is going to be given by close bracket 0 to infinity as well. Now, in order to find our domain and range of the composed functions, we need to consider the domains and ranges of both of the individual pieces. So for 1 over x, what's the problematic x value when x is equal to 0? And the problematic values for square root of x are going to be when x is strictly less than 0. So our composed function, f of g of x, is going to be given by f of g of x, where the rule for f is 1 over what we're plugging into f, which is g of x in this case. And then the rule for g is square root of x. So this composed function has the rule 1 over square root of x. So we can't plug in values that are equal to 0, and also can't plug in values that are strictly less than 0. So that makes our domain open parenthesis 0 to infinity. Similarly, for the range, we can't get outputs that are strictly that are equal to 0, according to 1 over x. And we can't get outputs strictly less than 0 by the nature of the square root function. So our range is also going to be from 0 to infinity.